The Seventh Howl. The first howl came just after dusk. Clara McNamara paused mid-note, her pen hovering over a damp page in her field journal. The low, mournful wail drifted through the canopy of Manistee National Forest like a warning carried on the wind. "Wolves," she whispered, but the word didn't settle the chill crawling up her spine. She'd heard wolves before. This was deeper, heavier, something wrong. Claire zipped her jacket up to her neck and stood, flashlight trembling in her grip. She'd been sent here by the DNR to investigate strange livestock killings, torn fences, shredded cattle, claw marks that no bear or coyote could account for. Her reports were supposed to be scientific, factual. The locals, however, had their own theories. They say it starts with 7 howls. Old Greg had warned her over coffee in the gas station diner, and if you hear the 7th, it's already too late. She'd smiled politely, nodded, took notes. Folklore made for colorful context in her reports. Now, she wasn't so sure. The 2nd and 3rd howls came just after midnight. Claire lay in her tent, eyes wide, hand clenching her pocket knife. Her equipment, motion-triggered cameras and audio recorders, had captured nothing so far. Yet the forest felt alive with eyes. At 2:11 a.m., she heard something scratching at the trees. Not clawing, not gnawing, but scratching, like a message being written slowly into the bark. The 4th howl didn't sound like it came from any animal. It sounded like it came from behind her. Claire spun with her flashlight, breath frosting in the July air. Her light caught the trees, the shrubs, the pale gleam of her own breath, and then something else. 2 eyes, tall and reflective, too high off the ground to be a wolf. They blinked, and then they vanished. The 5th howl shook her chest like thunder. By dawn, Claire had packed her gear and started hiking back toward the trailhead, 30 miles away. The woods closed in tighter with each mile. Birds fell silent, and the canopy above dimmed like the sky had forgotten the sun. She tried radioing out. Nothing. Just static with occasional breathing. At noon, she stumbled onto something strange. A clearing she hadn't mapped. In the center stood an old fire pit, blackened stone stacked in a crude circle. Scattered around it were bones, animal mostly, but not all of them. Carved into a nearby tree were the words, "You stayed too long." The 6th howl came that evening. She ran. Claire's lungs burned, her legs ached, her camera gear long since ditched. The woods blurred by. Night crept in like the tide. But no matter how fast she moved, she could feel it behind her. Walking, not running, its footsteps steady and unhurried. She tripped near a small ravine, tumbling hard. Dazed, she looked up, and there it stood. 10 feet tall, covered in shaggy black fur. Its face twisted between man and wolf, mouth lined with jagged teeth that gleamed with old blood. Its arms were long, hands tipped with claws that dragged across the trees as it stepped closer. Its eyes never blinked. "I'm not afraid of you," she whispered. It tilted its head, then crouched low, almost curious. Then it howled. The seventh. Claire screamed, but not in fear, in pain. Because the sound split her, like something inside her was being peeled away. Her skin crawled, her bones itched. She clutched her ears, but it wasn't the sound, it was something else. Something was changing. The dogman stepped back and waited. Claire's scream faded into silence. She stood. Her eyes now glowed gold in the dark. 1 year later, old Greg hears a howl outside his cabin. The first one. He pours himself a drink with shaking hands and waits. Because he knows what comes next. And now, so does she.